Testing 1, 2. Testing.
We testing or we slapping? Let's slap a number on this bad boy. What number is it?
This is episode 352 of SlapperCast, y'all.
352 weekly rock and roll podcast. Weekly #1 rock and roll podcast with Blaggards. We are on the road to Austin, Texas. When was the last time we played in Austin? Who cares?
That's right.
It was the last time we forgot to use soap. I think that was in the 80s. Look at that, 77 degrees, pure sunshine. Mosswood Renaissance Fair, first annual.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. How's everybody feeling?
Great.
Excellent.
Doing great. Looking forward to this festival.
I feel like I'm not looking forward to it. How's that? No, I'm just.
Dang, dude. Did you do some push-ups when you were in Ireland?
How was Ireland?
Ireland was great.
Let's start with the Virgin.
That's you,
How
guys.
was it?
Ireland was fun on the stage and off the stage. My parents came with me as well, and we made sure that nobody embarrassed each other, despite the fact that we all three of us were on this tour. It was also my first time to Ireland personally, and it was a very beautiful country. I'm looking forward to returning there in the near future.
Give me your #1. What's your favorite part of Ireland? Go.
First thing that sticks out to me was seeing those Irish wolfhounds. It was like the last thing I was expecting to see, these gigantic dogs get out of the stop.
Give me something else. Who else got a favorite?
I really like that boat ride. I'd never been on a boat ride like that before. That was something else. It was exhilarating.
You got some hail on the way back. Turbo.
Yeah.
Give me some.
I'm going to say the very beginning. I liked it hiking through your hometown.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that's kind of
that
cool.
was really great.
And I want to talk
Jim.
about my favorite show all the way to you. I just think that was a good start.
Yeah.
Man, you get off we traveled, we up the bus, then we go for a hike. I thought it was really cool. I had a good time with that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We did the first 2 nights in Killiney, my hometown. We stayed at the Killiney Castle Hotel. We got to meet Jim Lockhart of Horselips.
Yes.
All thanks to our friend Stephen Ferris, who introduced us. And I was, you're kind of expecting with somebody of that stature, you're expecting somebody to be, a little bit, that's how it was, shut up, let me tell you. Absolute opposite.
Yeah.
Sat down, had breakfast with us, could not have been more gracious with information and dates and tours and music and life, and just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful human being. And we were also in line to meet Barry Devlin of Horselips, but he was in Spain, so he couldn't make it, but had sent well wishes along. We got to see Phil Lynot's grave of Thin Lizzy. We got to share that with all these people. We had a bus full of smiles, if you can believe it. We left them plane full of smiles. It was start to finish, hands down, now here's a small asterisk on the rock and roll road of touring Ireland. Is the schedule is and will always remain fluid, because you're never stuck in a 9 to 5 pattern. You're never going to be, when you say leave at 10, you're going to have somebody that forgets a charger or their passport or something and loses their keys. Shut up! And there's going to be weather. There's going to be. You have to be very, very, very. Somebody once said, "Be the water." I said, "What does that mean?" It's you have to be able to take the path as it comes to you. Don't try to bulldoze your way in, because it's. We can't stick to a schedule that. When nature or when something takes its, a turn on you.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, with all that said, that there was we missed a couple of sightseeing opportunities on the last day, and we missed a couple of shows because we were booked in places that did not have sound, and we need sound for our stuff. It's not acoustic. We don't have acoustic gear with us, so we couldn't do anything at the so apart from that, we had a surprise show added at the end at Matt Malloy's in Westport, which was a bar. I don't know if there was a subpar show as far as the audience and the sound and but every place this time was just amazing.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Matt Malloy's. That was the one place we went to this year that we hadn't been to before.
Yeah.
And it was really nice. A really great pub.
You got that footage right from Seamus? I sent you that, right? Where he was behind us?
Yes.
in the
Yeah, I think I
loft?
have that from both angles now. 'Cause I think
Yeah.
Rory got that from the
Good,
audience
yes.
perspective. This is funny because we were looking at that door. Somebody said, "Oh, you should go up there." And then when the door opened, the audience cheered when they saw him up there with his camera. So that was something else. It was really cool. It's really great. I mean, it really is a great little room. Nice little venue.
Yeah, he says it holds 50 comfortably.
Yeah.
I say it holds 45 uncomfortably, 55 excruciatingly. However, I still would not change a thing. It was just a blast.
No, it was definitely way better. I mean, I like McGing's as a pub, but
Love it.
that was a bit cramped in there.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
much more roomy.
So, what was everybody's favorite show this time around?
I think Old Oak for me. I still Old Oak for me is hard to top because it's we've had such a long, good, healthy relationship with that place, and Owen's such a great pub manager. I don't know if he's the owner, but he's the GM. Great staff. The staff has always been great there. They've had some turnover over the years, but everybody there is just so cool and so into it.
What about Darren on the sound?
Darren they've always had good sound guys there,
Yeah.
but Darren was like the best, the top we've ever had. He was on it. And the rapidity or the speed with which he had our in-ear mixes ready was impressive for somebody who never run sound for us before. Yeah, I love the Old Oak. It's the biggest stage we play on too, over in Ireland.
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite one as well. I thought it was cool that there were also some overhead monitors, screen monitors there that people could watch us as well.
Yeah.
I think honorable mention as far as I like them all, but
Of course.
I think honorable mention would be I enjoyed the Purdy Kitchen show.
Yeah.
I was playing, and I remember the keyboard being so loud. I'm like, this must be what it feels like to rule the stage. But then I was a team player. I backed off for the sake of the crew. And then it was also nice to get back on the bus after the Purdy Kitchen.
Yeah, they were cheering us.
To be applauded like a hero.
Yeah, our group was so cool. They were just really enjoying themselves that night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Purdy Kitchen.
Purdy
I felt that one felt to me like the most hometown show. Like I was like, man, this is family and friends in here. You know, I mean, you have a lot of your family and friends there, but that one felt like we're playing on a stage in our backyard. It just was very comfortable.
Yeah.
Most comfortable show I think for me. So.
I'm going to go out on a limb and be correct in saying my favorites were Galway, Killiney, Cork, and Westport. And the reason why I say that is because every single time the band threw down, every single time the audience threw down, every single time there wasn't a song that you know. Sometimes you're playing a show and you're playing a song, you're halfway through it, and you're kind of looking around, you're going, oh, yeah, we shouldn't have played this one. And you have to give yourself, a break. You can't beat yourself up about it. But I don't remember one song in the entire repertoire of all the shows where it was like, it could have been a bit, just everything we did was, and every show was completely different.
Yeah.
Sound, performance, everything was just,
Yeah.
I said it on the bus, and I'll say it again now in the van. I'll probably say it again tomorrow when I go to church. The fact that the 50 people put their faith in us, of course there's a lot of repeats in there, but
Sure.
50 people would trust us with, 8 or 9 days, 10 for some, 11 for some, would trust us to take them across to a foreign land and basically map out their holiday for them. And the fact that they would trust us with that is just so, I just feel so grateful, so, just so happy that these people would do that.
Yeah.
It's shocking,
This was we've always had great groups of people, but this is just such a relaxed, fun bunch of people.
And good dancers.
Good dancers.
Great dancers.
And a lot of them, we know a lot of these folks, know them for years, but it was just, I don't know, I just love it. It's so much fun having everybody there.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as the Purdy Kitchen went, I had cousins and lifelong friends from childhood. My brother and his family showed up. My brother-in-law showed up. Amazing. And then also, you know, I thought the food was better than it's ever been. Some of the breakfasts were, you know, better than others. But we were saying before the cameras turned on, I never eat breakfast. Sometimes I'd only lunch. I have my first meal sometimes at 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And over there, I was finished eating before 9 a.m. every day. Came back and I lost 7 pounds. Now, mind you, I did run twice in Killarney. I ran 3 times in Dublin, and I jumped in the ocean. Total of 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. Cool. So very. I'm going to send you some videos. Yes. I actually went. So the last night I was there, I stayed a few days to go see my mother, my wonderful mother. So I spent the last day with her, and because of the time change, and because how far north Ireland sits, you know, by 4 o'clock it was starting to get dark, and I wanted to jump in the water one more time before I left. So I'd been sitting with her and just having a great time, and the sun's going down, so it's going to get darker, darker, darker. So by the time I said hello and goodbye and, you know, see you soon, it was pretty dark outside. So I was like, oh God, this is gonna. Well, I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm gonna cause me this situation. And I went home and I had dinner reservations with my sister and her husband, my brother-in-law Ben, and Moira. So I had reservations for them. I went home to my mother's house, got into my running kit, ran about, I don't know how many miles in. I'm going to guess it's 2 miles. So I ran 2 miles down to Sandy Cove, jumped in the water, swam a couple of times, got out, got back in, and it's pitch dark. I'll send you the video. I took a shot of Deliri from the thing. So I got in a couple of times, then I ran home another 2 miles. It's starting to dawn on me now why I lost weight over there. But I made it. I still made it on time for dinner, and it was just one of my favorite things about going home is being able to jump in the water. And I think for future tours coming up, I think we should offer this. I think this should be a thing. Yeah. Because it is, you know, if you cold plunge, if you do any of that stuff, this is it.
I was just remembering that I think it was the first time we went, and when we were in that part of town, it was dark already. But you wanted to take us down by climbing. We couldn't really see anything. Yeah. We went to that place along the wall. By the bay. And somebody went down. We got as close as the water as we could. And at some point we heard a splash. So we were like, we thought Tim had fallen into the water. Just for a second, we were like, wait, are you okay? Because we couldn't see anything. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Vico Road. That's overlooking Killiney Bay. Yeah. And it's just stunning. The amount of photographs we were taking there. We went down, we saw Bono's house. I don't know who Bono is, but apparently Karen does. So we went down to see Bono's place and saw the wall and the gate. And then I got in trouble for not taking her to the Ages house. I was like, I don't even know. I don't even care. But yeah, just wonderful, wonderful 11th annual Blaggards worldwide tour of Ireland. And now that it's in the books, and what do we have, like a couple of days? Now we're back on the road again. So going to Austin to play this festival, and then back, and then next week we're at O'Malley's. I want to say, this will be another segment we'll be able to snip. I want to say, if you are planning to join us at Gillespie's Irish Tavern, just outside of Dallas, there's no cover charge, but it's a reservation. You have to book a table, and they're nearly gone. So we're playing the Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving at Gillespie's. He called me before we left for Ireland saying that there was over half of the tickets or the tables are gone. So if you're planning on joining us Thanksgiving, bring the family, do whatever, but make your reservations now. Gillespie's Irish Tavern, it's all on blaggards.com. Yeah. Frank, your favorite thing about Gillespie's? Go.
I think just the general energy of the place is what I really liked. Also, the fact that it was fully booked the last time we were there definitely helped out with that. And the owner was a really great guy. You could just see from the look at his face that he looked like he was in heaven almost, just with how great that night went overall.
That's
the food was very good too. Oh, yes, he was very generous with that.
Frank, let me tell you, that's the first time that you've nailed something off the bat. There's nothing to be added to that. You are correct, 100% correct. I don't know what those those Irish chicks did to you, but wow, you nailed it.
Them and the Galway hookers also helped out as well. So thank you all to the Irish people.
Okay, let's say it again. Let's say Galway. Don't say Galway. Let's say Galway. Let's hear it again.
Yeah, so it was it was those Irish chicks, but also the Galway hookers.
There
who
you
helped
go.
out with that. So thank you all and hello.
Thank you all. Yes. Yeah, nailed it. You nailed it. And
Nautical boy.
we also had the whole Newton. We had the whole Newton gang with us.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
How was that? How was that for you? I know
loved it.
you hate them. You don't get along, but
Yeah. No, I love my brothers. They're awesome. My favorite was since Chad and I, we were one of the last ones to arrive at the airport. And Kurt's all, sorry, man. Everybody just kept saying, hey, Turbo, what's up? And he goes, after a few, I was like, hey, good to see you again. You know, he's like, so you've already said hi to most of these people. And I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. I was like,
his attitude is unbreakable. It's unmovable. It's just, it's top gear, top drawer, top class. He is, and Craig too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Again, we congratulated, we toasted Craig, Turbo's younger brother, Craig, who had retired from the Navy.
Yeah.
I mean,
20 year.
yeah, and he looks like he's 18 years old. You know, he's a kid, and just such a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
Such a great. He and I are gonna work on the song. It's called Snow Day, to be continued.
If I've learned anything about the Newton family is that I like the Newton brothers. And to my surprise, I was inducted as an honorary Newton brother. I'm guessing it was Kurt who brought up that idea.
What were they calling you, Franklin? They have a nickname for you?
Oh yeah, Heather and Dee had started calling me Frank the Earl.
Oh, I thought there was something else. That
I think
Kurt
it was
calling
different. I
you.
think he called you Ludacris, didn't he?
Ludacris,
That
that's right.
too.
Yeah.
It was from Ludacris to Frank the Earl, and then to Frank the Knight or something like that. And so the Frank the Earl thing had started. We were on a museum tour, and I was standing right next to the tour guide, and the tour guide, she was talking about some Earl at the time, and just kind of what that lifestyle would be like, and then she had pointed to me and say like, oh, maybe that could have been like you, or something like that. So then, for that moment, I became Frank the Earl.
Was that at Fitzpatrick Castle?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I never toured the castle before. That was pretty interesting.
That was funny. Kurt's funny because he gets a little claustrophobic, and so when we're going up the stairs of Blarney Castle, he's like, if we had to stop in line here,
Yeah.
I wouldn't make it, because I could tell he was starting to,
Elevate.
that dude would run into a burning building, but
Yeah.
you get him in a tight space, he's like, I gotta get out of here.
So let me ask you, best compliments of the trip. Can you think of it? I'm talking about music, Frank. Don't start telling us about your encounters.
Dang it! All right,
Yeah.
back to the drawing board for me.
I'm going to give you a couple. So there's friends of mine that I grew up with in Killiney really complimented the band and how tight and how well it was executed and blah, 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 you know. Yeah. So the group of them were they were just so complimentary of what had happened, blah, blah. And then Old Oak, Owen, the manager, who's been so good to us and always been, he's always been first to call. Hey, are you touring? When are you here? Let's go. Let's book it. And then also the guy at the end, he looked like he was a painter, plaster and all kinds of stuff all over his jeans and his shirt. And he came over and in the thickest Cork accent, he goes, I came in here for fucking one. I'm still fucking here. These were great. And I was like, that's all I want to hear.
That's great.
And then Galway, Brendan Dowd, the sound man, just extraordinaire friend of ours. Let's rewind to the first time we played in Galway.
Yeah.
He was working in a place called the Hog's Head. Don't correct me. We came in there and shook hands and introduced, and he looked and he goes, oh, I thought it was a tribute act. He goes, it's really you guys. So he had been listening to us on whatever it was. So that was brilliant. But then present day, we're playing On Pucon in Galway, and he's our sound guy, thankfully. Also, our liaison between the club now, and also Tristan, who I talked to. We're 2 or 3 songs into it, and he is just slapping his knee, laughing, clapping, jumping up, down, posting. He did the Facebook Live thing, just all over the place. Just could not have been more into it.
Yeah.
And seeing his excitement fed me to push harder.
Yeah, the amount of energy he has behind the board.
Yes.
I mean, it's like he's DJing.
Yeah.
He's totally.
And don't call him a fucking DJ.
I know.
You'll die. No, I mean.
Yeah.
No,
it's that degree of energy.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see that.
And then we move on to Westport. Matt Malloy's, who our good friend Mark Havna from Catch My Carbon, he had put us in touch with Malloy's. So our Peter Malloy had given us the room and assured me there was sound. We arrived there and Seamus was behind the bar when we arrived, and he kind of looked at me like, "Oh, I don't know about this." He wasn't rude in slightest. I just mean, if you want to stand out, and if you want to be ridiculed in Ireland, wear a cowboy hat. If you want to see people pull faces for no reason whatsoever, wear a cowboy hat. If you want to make everybody in the room uncomfortable in Ireland, wear a cowboy hat. If you want to hear shit you've never heard said about yourself, you get the idea. So I walk into Malloy's and wearing a cowboy hat, and he was kind of looking at me like, "Oh, I don't know what's going on here." But so I talked to him for a minute. He said, "Yeah, look, I'll show you the room," and he introduced me to Jim. And Jim showed us the gear, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't know how to work it." I said, "Yeah, we can work it. Just bring out everything you have, and we'll put it to work." And he could not have been. They were so shocked. I remember the sound check. I think we were doing a vocal sound check, and they both kind of came into the room going, "Oh, this is going to work." That to me was nearly one of the best things that had happened, because they were I think expecting us to come in there and just kind of bang around with some friends and
right,
end the story. But
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, the fact that he went up and you get a shot of us from the barn door thing.
Yeah. The loft.
Says a lot. Yeah, the loft.
Yeah.
I like the kid at the Envucon, the bartender kid after the show. He goes, "Oh man, you guys are the best band I've ever heard in here." And I said, "Oh man, thanks." He goes, "Grant, I've only worked here for 2 weeks." And I started dying laughing. And he was just holding a straight face. And he's like, "Ah." And I was like, "Oh my God, this kid just got me." Oh my God, dude. I was crying. I was laughing so hard.
And then at the end of the day, all that we saw was new friends made, new experiences, all these new tales to tell, and all these people that have, been to Ireland now for the first time, and
Yep.
it was just spectacular. Really, really was.
Well, as usual, over way too soon.
Yeah.
But so looking forward to next year.
Yes, indeed. It's already nearly next year.
Yeah.
Here we are. So coming up this week, boys and girls, we got O'Bannon's Tap House.
Yep.
It's going to be a night. I want to say they're playing Mizzou or something like that. I don't know who they're playing. I should keep up with that. But it's going to be a football night. It's going to be a massive night because home or away, Aggie's going to play. It's going to, I think they're top of the league right now too.
Are they?
Yeah, they might be. So I know Chris Steele will be happy, and I think Chris Steele and I are going steady. He gave me a parking pass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big step.
I think so. Our relationship has taken a new turn. So, next time you see Chris, he's probably going to be pregnant. So, yeah, I'm just feeling it. So anyway, let's wrap this up. I want to say, I just did my comment. Anybody else? Big compliment? Anything else stand out?
I can only think of something you said when you had that last show at Malloy's. As you said, you were the only person who had monitors because of the limitations of the board and the equipment we had with us. And you said a couple of times, like, you were asking us to just try to be quiet, whatever, but you kept saying how tight we were. I mean, nobody had monitors except you. So I was like, oh, cool. Because you're doing something right.
It was.
It was a really interesting show because it was a little bit harkening back to the old days. It mixed with some of the intermediary days, like between amps and no amps, where sometimes before we had in-ear monitors, I couldn't hear my bass at all. So there was years of experience were coming back where I could just barely hear my voice bouncing back off the walls and barely feel my bass. I couldn't really hear anything I was playing for real, but just feel enough of it to know that I was in. And it went by surprisingly well, I thought, under those circumstances.
Yeah, it really was. I want to get a hold of that tape. Somebody has a tape of us doing the I think it was Rob Majestic or something.
Oh,
but we
good.
were doing those vocal harmonies
Yeah.
at the beginning, and that room was just full, and I mean maxed out of with this not at a volume level, just at a rich, dense. We just filled that room with song, and it was.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I thought everybody played extremely, and also we just played all those shows, and done all, so it was. Usually, when you come back from tour, you're playing lights out because you've been playing every night. You've been most nights, and you're just really locked in. So, yeah, that's a good point. Anybody else?
Definitely Kurt in a way. Like, it wasn't like a direct compliment, but he was telling me over and over near the end of the tour that Ring of Fire was stuck in his head, and he was singing it day in and day out.
Yeah.
At least for the last day, maybe the last 2 days of the tour. So I took that as to be a compliment for sure.
I think Frankie's in love.
I think so.
I just might be.
I think Kurt should give him a parking pass.
Please, Kurt, give me a parking pass. Please.
Consummate that. Is that it?
I think that's it.
We done? All right. Well, let's wrap it up. We'll see you this week at O'Bannon's.
Yep.
Make your reservations for Gillespie's Irish Tavern. Thanksgiving, Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving. And lot of fun stuff coming up. So watch that space, blaggards.com.
Yes.
Tell a friend. Let's go.
All right. See ya.
Cheers.
See ya.
Oh, sorry.
See ya, everybody.
We just want to thank you on behalf of Blaggards. We want to just thank you for trusting us with this. We're just delighted and honored to have you along. So cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
Now you know why they're called to Master St. Patrick.